Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. How about this for a start? Open with an onside kick, swipe of possession, big time risky, and also very confident. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, running back on the move. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Shakes off the defender. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is on.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the run, it's Pettis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
On the move. Creates a little room. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got some room entered to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive. Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the grit.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. The run from the shotgun. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. The give to the back. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And as he throws. What a play by this defense. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. 1st down and more. A little excitement there to wrap up the 1st half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets 1st downs.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. It's complete on the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Slithers into space. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
From the gun, give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he'll be out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Trying to punch it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Try to barge their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. No field goal attempt here. They'll try to break the tie here in the 4th with a touchdown. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a 1st down. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Plows through the defense.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you?
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Going downfield for the big play. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Touchdown, Tigers! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go in the field and seal it for you.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up.
There he goes. Got enough for the 1st. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up